All right, we are ready for our next run here of Bleed 2 New Game Plus, which has been upgraded to hard mode thanks to your donations. So I will pass it off to Jackets, who is getting ready to take us away on our next run. Go ahead, Jackets.
Alrighty, hey everybody. My name is Jakuts, and I'm here with Solar for a Bleed 2 Story New Game hard run. Since we did
Hello.
meet that incentive, we'll be running on the hard difficulty instead of normal, which will make things a little bit more tricky to dodge. I guess for introduction, this game has a whole lot to go into right at the beginning. We have the capability to dash in the air 3 times in a row, and then we can reset that by 4 different ways, along with just landing on the ground, just like in the previous Pathless run. But without further ado, I think we should go ahead and get started. So the timer does start when I click on hard, so I'll go ahead and give a countdown if we're ready.
Go ahead.
We're ready. I'll just be in 3, 2, 1, go. First off, we can go ahead and skip a sort of explosive cutscene and just get right into the run.
This game is basically just dashing and avoiding getting shot. It's incredibly cool when you manage to just reset at the right time. If you manage to land on either a corner or the ground quickly enough, you can completely negate losing all momentum and just keep dashing randomly. Sadly, we missed the skip that allows us to not have to wait for him to shoot his missile and just kill him instantly. But it's not that much of a save, so it's not that bad.
Especially on hard, that is a really difficult thing to do, because you need to like slow down time at just the right time, or at just the right spacing, really. And it is pretty hard to like nail.
Oh yeah, we haven't explained, but this game has a mechanic to slow down time, which is very useful in casual playthroughs and almost never used really in the speedrun. It's very useful to deal damage and to make sure that the bosses are where you need them to be, but it's also slowing down time and against what we, want to do. So we won't really be seeing it in this playthrough.
So right there at the end of that blast jumper fight, I went ahead and like dashed off to the side of the screen just so we could not see the camera like flash white for an extended period of time. Usually it takes a little while before he starts exploding, and with that we can just skip that whole sort of cutscene there. Well, sort of skip it or pass through it quickly. Another thing that we have yet to mention is that we can actually reflect any and all pink bullets.
Yeah, and
attacks
pink
or projectiles.
Or bosses.
Bosses even, yeah.
Anything that's pink colored can get stabbed.
This game has a very big focus on, well, not getting hit. So the size of your hitbox only is from her feet up until her neck area. And of course, since this is an RTA run, we can go ahead and skip any and all cutscenes as well as any result screens, which will actually make the run slower.
Yeah. Which is a shame because those little intermissions are really, really fun.
Yeah,
but
you can even get different intermissions depending on the character. I know the final character that you actually unlock in this game has a completely set of different ones, while most of the others, I think only one changes. But here, since it is a new game run, we are only limited to using the default weapons and abilities. Come on, yes. So we're only able to use our pistols and katana, and then their separated forms, along with the default triple dash.
It's It's called the triple dash, but it's really just dashing as much as physically possible by resetting in very precise, well, precise, not exactly in routing, but in the manner it's done, just repeatedly dashing everywhere. That space bar really doesn't enjoy this game.
Yeah, the spacebar kind of dies just a little bit. Golly, I could have just stayed still there. It's fine, he's almost dead anyways.
This is the introduction in this game to our favorite friend. The I don't remember his name.
The rival?
Yeah, the rival. That's his name. Basically, the antagonist of the first game, and just all around rat.
So basically, what goes on in this story here? If you would like to give a bit of a summary of what's going on here.
So, in the last game, Ren killed all the heroes to become the only heroes, but the rival stole her kills, and turns out everyone was mad at the person that was killing the heroes. So she became the savior of everyone, despite being herself
The
all
true
awful.
villain.
Yes, despite herself being awful. So now she's famous and, living well, and the rival is still a rat. And now, what's her name? Violet?
Valentine?
Valentine is trying to just, be awful. It's just a story of people, awful, terrible people. And now you have to stop her before she probably raises the city or something. She's just doing awful stuff.
She's basically invading Earth. I think she's an alien of some kind. Why she has all the powers and stuff. So she's invading Earth with all of her army of angry people, and she's also like brought some people from this world onto her side through, evil sorceress ways. And we're basically trying to take everything back.
Yeah, we're trying to not have that happen, because that's not that cool. It's kind of bad, even.
We gotta save the world.
Yeah. Oh, hey, look, birds. They don't have the same connotation as last game, though. We don't like birds around here. They're
Can I get a yeehaw in chat?
Yeehaw. Sadly, we're
Big ol' yeehaw.
Yeehaw. The cowgirl.
Cowboy Girl is a favorite.
Girl.
She's actually a little bit easier to dodge in hard difficulty. Well, mainly the birds, just because they fly all around in like circles and different directions like that. So in normal, they would just be flying in one direction from the left of the screen, and that makes things a little bit challenging when you're trying to shoot at her on the right side.
Thank you, everyone, for the yeehaws, but she is dead. Now is the ninja. Soon. Sorry. There's a bit of killing enemies. So right now we're just being attacked by eyeballs, but soon we'll have a ninja.
Hello.
Who's, let's politely say it, the worst.
Politely putting it.
He reflects everything you shoot at him if he's in the right stance, and just attempts to stab you. But sadly, he turns pink. Thus he's vulnerable to our sword. Because pink is weak. Unless you're Rin. Because pink is cool.
Ooh. Luckily, we did end up getting that kill right before you dashed into us. That sliding attack there that you just saw is definitely one of the hardest attacks to dodge in the game, just because of how little time you get to actually avoid it. And here we have the one time in the full game where the dual pistols are really handy.
Yeah.
These are the pistols without the katana. Usually, like what you would do to use the katana is just to click again. But for the dual pistols, you can actually click on the Alt fire button and then split them up, so you can shoot in opposite directions.
It just is cleaner to do like that, so that you avoid having a bunch of enemies have to pass through before you're done with this section. And now the rival goes because he got shot by a rocket.
Yeah, he's dead. Bye.
Well, sadly. Sadly, this isn't true.
Nope. He lives somehow, and then he gets lost before
He's
he
busy
finally
not being
arrives at our
useful.
place to beat us up later.
Yeah.
There we have Rex Rocket done from the game Rex Rocket. He's actually the first sort of Easter egg character. I guess Plucky is kind of the first one because that was from the developer's previous game, Plucky's 3D Adventure, I believe.
Now we're in space because Rin does not need to breathe.
No,
Look, when you can dash like that, the normal human needs aren't a thing. And yeah, now it's the tumbler. I love this guy. Just
Chap.
spews out eggs and tries to bludgeon you to death with them.
Chaff Spammer is one of those bosses where you kind of just have to keep on shooting at him and hope that you don't shoot the, well, aptly named Chaff. For that, really the attack that we are looking for was the one he gave right at the end, where he just shoots 2 projectiles on either side. You can reflect them both separately, and then you can get like a lot of damage in on him.
Okay,
Really
there's
early.
There's the side scroller. It's incredibly short if you don't get hit. Which
If you do,
Jacket being,
the camera slows down quite a little bit
yeah, to accommodate
after
for
accelerating
bad
for the whole auto-scroller.
aim. Yeah, but Jacket being the best player ever, he's fine.
Okay. Roke, Chaff Spammer, Woke. It's the it's just Tumblr, yep.
Yep. Mhm.
Tumblr is officially dead. Here
And
we
now-
do have the... Oh god. Right there I wanted to slow down time just so I could land before taking damage. It's a very good defensive strategy on Guppy. Robo Guppy.
Oh yeah, we're going through every single robot boss from the first game, because every boss that you've beaten in the first game becomes a robot in the first game, and then now you're fighting against the trash version of the robots.
Yeah. So what happens here is that these robots get sent up into space because, well, no one needs them anymore.
Because
They
littering.
used to be guarding the Hall of Heroes, but now that we have Rin, you know, who needs them?
Yeah.
Now we're disposing of the wreckage as we go into the enemy ship and kill everything.
Space litter.
Yep. They just hucked it into the atmosphere because I guess that's what we do. I don't know.
Hey, it's not like we're going to space or anything.
Oh god. So for that attack, we don't actually want to reflect it because
Oh boy, poor lady.
no matter how satisfying it is to reflect, especially that attack, you can deal a lot more damage if you just don't deflect it and if you actually shoot the boss. But here, I'm gonna actually just shoot him because safety and killing fast, I guess. I don't know. He had too
Killing
little
fast is
health to make that matter too much, and dashing around him can be a pain sometimes.
Massive pain. The massive difference between New Game and New Game Plus is that you don't get any of the weapons. For example, the person, the enemy would just be trivial because you just rock and spam him to death. Sadly, we just have guns because Rin forgot all of her arsenal from the first game. She's just too lazy to bring it, I guess. I mean, she did get caught off guard.
Let's say we just gave them all to our fans because we're such a good hero. I don't know.
That's definitely a good idea to give someone a rocket launcher.
We signed them and gave them away for money for charity or something.
Yeah, which you should give to charity, by the way.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, that was such a close dodge. So this is the warship level. It is definitely the hardest level in the game, and the elevator was garbage. Usually, we want to just try and slide down the right half of the elevator, or what we call that downward section there, because, I don't know, the blobs are taking a lift.
The opposite side of where you're going, yes.
Yeah.
Now, time for my least favorite boss. This rat bastard.
Segment Slider is definitely one of the harder bosses in the game.
It's time
Focus
to
so I can
slide it.
get this dodge at the right height. Time to be slided segmently. Yep,
That is what
exactly.
happens.
Let's hope that I can get through this section without taking much damage.
Look at that.
Oh, and surprise, we're in zero gravity now because we just killed off the guy who controls gravity or something.
Or they just wanted a cool section. Also,
Yes.
while you don't have gravity pulling you down, you can dash infinitely, which is very cool for about 30 seconds. And then
Yeah,
you lose
The
that.
time that it lasts, it feels very nice.
This
Oh, boy.
fight is very fun. You just get in its face and just stab and shoot.
I'm going to take a risk here and not die. It's going to be a mistake, but we're doing it.
Nah.
So for this boss, he actually does have a movement pattern.
Yeah. Okay, right now he's going to do very tiny chip damage, which unironically actually saves quite a bit of time since it does just enough damage to avoid having to do a third round of damage. Boom. Perfect.
Yeah, it can definitely save you a segment in the end, and that's kind of why I just do it at the start.
Also, it's
Just
fun.
because you can't be too safe with that. I should probably die here. Yeah, it definitely does put a unique twist on like all of the bosses that it does bring in from the first game, along with making stuff like movement a lot cleaner. Like,
Yeah.
you think the first game's movement is like super fluid and cool and gives 3 dashes, oh my gosh, so much freedom. And then you play the second game and you're like, whoa, whoa. It brings it up to 10 basically. The single developer on the game did a very good job.
Yeah, no, he did amazing. Oh, now it's Pac-Man RNG praise.
Oh yes, gotta love the Pac-Man RNG. That is definitely the
Let's
move that we
go.
can deal the most damage on.
We
Also,
did this.
I can totally hit list this boss. It's not that I was afraid of. We had perfect RNG there. That was actually perfect RNG. I mean, starting off with clouds isn't the greatest, but definitely getting 2 Pac-Mans and a Saw Blade it's what you want. It's what you want. But the main concern there was just the platforming section beforehand. We don't call it the graveyard for nothing.
Now is the cutscene, by the way.
Time for
Yeah.
donations.
Yes, sir.
Well, we have $5 from Bright Beast saying y'all are doing awesome work, and they put that $5 towards our next incentive, which is upgrading the Castlevania Aria of Sorrow final boss to the Bullet Hell final boss, where they're going to fight 2 final bosses on screen at the same time. We're currently at $10 out of 25 for that, so we're really close to hitting that next incentive, and that just needs to be met before we get to the final boss of Castlevania, so be sure to get those donations in.
Jakuts is not losing his mind, by the way. He's not throwing himself off just for the fun of it. He's setting up so that near the end of this fight, which is really thematically cool, but I'll get to that later, he can do a death skip where he saves a whole second, which is cool. That it's literally just because it's cool, and also just saves a lot of time when you repeatedly do it. So about the theme of this, we're fighting in an arena, and Valentine can taunt to attack us, and if we taunt, which Jacket won't do right now because that's losing time, we get attacked in return. and the whole fight is just turning the fight around on Valentine and getting people to like her, getting people to like us, which is cool. And I think it's very rad for a boss fight against the main evil enemy.
So usually that is not the death skip that I go for, that we go for. The death skip is actually right after this fight. This phase here is very difficult to do without taking damage, so I figured I should probably take the safe play and just get the single second time loss, or time save rather, and then we can attempt to get hit a few times in this section, just so we can get the 12-second save from the next death skip.
Oh yeah, right now, every time she uses her portal attack, she does have a portal, pink portal from time to time, but you can only reflect her when the portal shines pink, which is only a few times. I got
a death skip there, and now we will attempt to see if we can hit the shield lock on her. If you time a taunt when she's at a certain amount of health, that'll actually make them throw everything right after she recharges her shield, just like that.
Which is incredibly fun. She just gets bullied by the audience.
They were a bit sick and tired of being used as her weapons.
Quite literally.
So they don't like her very much. All those projectiles in the first, say, 2 phases of that fight, yeah, they were the crowd. So
yeah, that was everyone in the crowd. She was throwing everyone in at you.
They're getting a little bit angry with that.
I don't blame them.
Now, sadly, here we have to skip the best cutscene of all. Basically, our rival comes in and says he's got unfinished business with us, so we gotta fight him again. All these mechs are him, and we gotta kick his booty.
Donation?
Yes, we actually just got another $5 from Anonymous going towards the Castlevania Aria of Sorrow incentive, so thank you very much for that $5. Again, we are $10 away from hitting that 2 final bosses at the same time incentive.
Thank you very much. Oh, whoop, whoop.
That was a very nice Mantis kill. We could have gotten 2 purple squats there, but, I mean, you can't really ask for the best RNG now, can you?
Yeah, better to actually just finish the run.
Another nice flat reset there. You basically dash and touch the ground before the dash ends. You can reset your dash that way, and you can get pretty good at it.
Speed.
It feels and looks very cool.
Very cool. That's 75% of this game. It's very cool. Trademark.
It is very cool, though.
It is very cool. This game is very good, and you should play it.
Not enough people know of this game, and you should buy it, because on sale, it even goes down as low as like $2. So
yeah, it's
if you're interested,
dirt cheap for what it is.
Go ahead and get it on Steam, even though it is worth the full price of $10.
Yeah, even $10 is a steal for what it is.
For now, though, go ahead and donate some money to charity. That's why we're doing this, after all.
Hell yeah. We're getting close to my favorite part.
If I don't get hit here, I might actually go for a pretty crazy strategy
I believe
against this next boss here. Yep. Yeah, we're gonna do this. Oh god, I hate myself for doing it, but it is too crazy not to show off. So hopefully I don't take too much damage.
Oh, Minecraft time. Let's go.
Welcome to Minecraft! If you didn't know, stone blocks have more durability than dirt blocks.
It's true. Oh, yeah. This tech is technically only usually done on normal, but Jacket decided to be nuts and just stay behind. Oh yeah. By the way, technically there's like 1 pixel behind Rin when she shoots that deals damage, so that's how he can mine backwards while shooting. I wish I had known that when I was doing my first playthrough of this, because
Yeah,
this boss kicked me
that's
to the curb.
definitely handy to know on your first playthrough. You can just walk backwards and then have those blocks dying. Now we've got our final boss here, the rival. Oh, I didn't have... I needed 1 more reflect there, I think. Okay. Can't have a final boss without a tennis match, can you?
Yes.
Can you have a real final boss without a tennis match? I don't think so.
Beautiful battering of your left click while he shoots at you.
Of course, usually it would go a lot further and take a lot longer, but if you just get into a certain position, you can just spam your mouse button and win.
That position is about 3 millimeters away from the rival.
And time is coming up right when the screen does now time. Right when the screen fades a little bit. That should do it.
Hey.
Remote mines are actually really, really strong in Bleed 1. You can kill the final boss by just laying some mines as you fall down, and then just chainsaw him. He can't even move. But they do not exist in Bleed 2. So, after this little dialogue with Rin that we skipped, oops, we got the nice credits.
Yay.